Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in a building, baby. We going to the top. We're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell. Know each and every time I drop a video, be the first one to comment, baby. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Married to Medicine Season 7, Episode 14. It's going down, but there's one thing Quad did say on Watch What's Happening Live, and that is that she would take a lie detector test whether to determine if she slept with Lake's husband or if she saw Mariah do cocaine. We'll see if she does that lie detector test. That would be very interesting, let me tell you. So let's get into the episode. It was a lot of shade going on. Mariah was talking about Lake being dangerous, and that she's dangerous. Oh shoot. Towards Quad, but she didn't say Quad's name. And Quad was like, somebody might be there needs to be some security going on over here, for real, because somebody's life could be in danger. Somebody's life is in danger. They're gonna start that. Quad came dressed and ready. It looked like she was ready to throw down, baby. She was ready for whatever. And I guess Mariah's husband Aiden was not trying to have Mariah go to this woman day spa situation without her sister there that can throw down, I guess, to make sure his wife is protected. I was like, And it seemed like Toya is really becoming a snob. She's turning her nose up at everything. Complaint, but she's about to throw a party for $10,000. I was like, Eugene, you better keep working on hard. Eugene's in the confessional confessing that he worked too hard. He's tired. He want to fall asleep. He got on our fake happy face. I was like, what's going on? And we have Contessa basically finally gets Scott to admit that he basically sabotaged her study, low down and dirty. He is dirty for that, but he's going to try to make up for that. So let's see if that happens. And Buffy was shading Jackie too as well, basically talking about she's thick and she's big. Give her man some meat to grab on. That way he don't be grabbing on nothing in the street. I was like, ooh, Buffy. And Jackie was very annoyed, but she came there. One thing I did like is all the ladies did film together. So I was like, they were being shitty. And also, Toya, why are you talking about Contessa like that? Talking about she needs to stop wearing hay for hair and switch over to the human units. That was shade. I was like, what is going on? So let's get into it. Let's talk about what's going on, baby. So we got Quad. She meets up with Cynthia Bailey. And it seems like Quad has been having tremendous amounts of conversations with Cynthia Bailey about her divorce and the whole situation. They're gonna be happy, and Cynthia's gonna try to hook Quad up with a man. I was like, okay, so it seems like Quad is sharing everything with everybody else, from Sister Circle, from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She ain't talking to the ladies on the show. Them ain't her friends. I guess Heavenly, I don't know if Heavenly's her friend anymore because of the comment situation. Cynthia said that she's happy she done moved on and she ain't trying to date no man that she's older than his mama, and or she could be his mama. So she's basically trying to hook Quad up on a date. Quad is ready to mingle. She's ready to catch some fish out here in the sea. Quad has some standards and she has some rules and regulations that she wants. I was like, okay, girl. She wants it all, baby. She wants it all. Everybody ain't got it all. Sometimes you can find a man that don't have it all, but can get it all together, baby. But she gonna do what she want to do. She got what she got, and she need a man to have the same thing that she has. And we have Toya. Toya's here basically about to throw a party for $10,000. A housewarming party is gonna be the only one because she ain't moving again. I hope so. I pray. I was like, you can't down that budget to $6,000, Toya. You got to do all that. Come on. But hopefully the cameras is there. And Scott actually admit that he sabotaged, Contessa going to school. And basically he let the children know his thoughts because he was speaking out loud recklessly around the children, which was an issue. And he kind of sabotaged her and set traps so she would have to come home. And he also guilted her. So now he actually owned up to it because he knows Contessa's mad. She ain't playing. She probably ain't giving him no loving, no cooking, and no kissing, baby. And she's probably just avoiding him like the plague. So he was like, I done messed up. And hopefully when he was out there in Cabo, he realized he did a whole lot wrong because Dr. Damon and Eugene be supporting, Dr. Aiden be supporting, so Curtis supports too as well when he's asked to, and Cecil supports too as well when he is and when it's asked of him. But it is what it is. So I'm glad that Scott has came to his senses and actually basically made himself look like a better man, because he looked bad. And Contessa said, did you even want to bring the kids to Nashville? That was wrong, and that was dirty, and that was low down. Ooh. So, Contessa's Dylan trying to want to be with her kids and not being able to be with them, and them having emotional problems because Scott is basically telling the kids that mama done abandoned y'all to go to Nashville. But one thing Scott did say was he was proud of Contessa, and she had courage, and she wanted to finish her goals and actually being brave to go back to school and do something different and new too as well, and want to take that change and that step. Contessa's about change, baby, and he realized that she's going to change up without him, and Contessa was going heading for that door, baby, and Scott realized he was going to lose his wife, and he couldn't have it because he know he was wrong, and it was on camera. Because if it wasn't film, I don't think Scott would have owned up to what he did. But you know what? Maybe he would have. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he would have, owned up to what he did. But how long would it have taken him? And how much would their marriage have suffered for him to actually own up? So maybe the show was good for Contessa and Scott because they have a hard time communicating with each other. Communication is not their thing. They got brains, but they can't communicate whatsoever. So we have that situation. I was like, I'm so glad that Scott did that. And basically they're going to work on getting a nanny. That's what I've been saying. Get nannies and give your kids, some tablets and some apples where Apple, basically where you can FaceTime them, set a schedule, pick up, different things like that you can help to assist y'all. Y'all ain't broke. Y'all ain't poor. Y'all just don't trust nobody. And I don't blame you. There's a lot going on today. So we have that situation. So I was good. So we got Buffy, and she's going to, have her little spa situation, and she's inviting the ladies. And, Lake came through, and, Mariah was being shady bringing Lake, but, Aiden wanted her there. And, Lake saying that she always there with her sister and she protects her. She always takes care of her because that's the baby sister. I was like, And that's when Mariah was like, Lake is deep, dangerous, and she would drown a B word because they didn't know what type of spot it was going to, but they only went to a cabin because Toya was complaining and let us know it was a cabin that she wasn't happy with. So we have this situation, and everybody's like, oh, that shade right there. And what they're going to tell Mariah? That she can't bring her sister? That she can't? They're going to tell Mariah to tell her sister to leave? But Mariah came there, on peace, but she was throwing shade and basically making Quad uncomfortable and the rest of the ladies uncomfortable too as well, that didn't want to be involved in the situation because nobody wants to be involved because they've been beefing for too long, baby. And so Mariah brought her sister basically to throw it up in Quad's face on the episode before the season finale. So Dr. Heavenly was like, okay, so you got your sister there because Mariah done broke her foot. She done hurt herself back there over there in Cabo because she stayed some extra days. She said, I should have left with you ladies, but I got time and my husband got time, so we stayed some extra days. Bravo didn't pay for our full trip. She was trying to say that. So I'm just joking, but Heavenly is actually calling Quad up and letting Quad know. Quad came there like she was ready to throw it on. I'm surprised Quad didn't have Vaseline and her hair tied up, but she had corn braids probably under that wig, baby. And so Heavenly's basically giving Quad the heads up to let her know what's going on, what's the situation. And Quad comes through, and Quad was like, there's going to be some shit. It's going to be dangerous. People going to get hurt. They better have security because they're putting people's life in danger because I ain't here for this. And Heavenly went right over there to her girl to make sure she knows what's up. Quad look like she ready, but they all look like they ready because they're going to the spa. But Quad came through in that beautiful ass Lexus. She came through, baby, and she was ready. Like, she wasn't really talking to people. She was just chilling, and Mariah was chilling too. Like, the tension was high in that place, in that cabin. Ooh, Lord, it was high in that cabin. And Quad is like, lie Mariah, basically, because she's bringing her sister to the situation, basically to throw up in her face that she might have had slept with, Lake's husband. And Quad continues to, deny these allegations. And there are police reports that Quad and Lake got into a confrontation, and it happened at her house. But the police report don't say that someone slept with someone's husband, unless they blacked that out. So Quad was like, it's gonna be bad. And she was like, Mariah is strategic. And then on top of that, she plays these games, but she's dirty. She's dirty. She was like, oh, she's so dirty. And so, Buffy's sitting here like, yo, listen, Mariah's thanking her for letting her invite Lake, but, Buffy was like, I didn't know you was bringing, Lake. You said you was bringing a companion. You didn't say you was bringing Lake. So, oh, well, it's drama. And she's here for it, too, as well, because she got a situation going on with Jackie. Mariah's not getting along with Jackie, too, as well. And Buffy ain't getting along with Jackie because she's throwing shade like she can. She's just throwing shade, baby. Buffy is stepping out. Buffy's making noises. She's loud. She's screaming. She's clapping. She's acting all happy and excited like she got some friends over the house for the first time or whatever the case is, but she's just acting like Simone, and Jackie's not here for it. Jackie's annoyed because Jackie don't like her. Jackie don't feel her. Jackie feel like she called her out. Jackie feels like, basically she made she made the situation huger than what it was, and she don't appreciate it. And she actually thinks Buffy is being a clout chaser too as well, basically trying to drum up some drama. But Buffy and Jackie ain't getting along. It's just going to be what it's going to be. But they're trying to be cordial. And they're going to see, because Jackie feels hurt. And so does Buffy. Buffy feels hurt too as well. Jackie feel like maybe we was building something. I thought we had a friendship or whatever. But you know what? You should have got the okay. And then as soon as she said she wasn't comfortable with it, you should have just, gave her a more sincere apology. But Jackie was tired of apologizing, because she apologized the beginning of the season to Mariah over and over, and she just felt like, you know what, I ain't the one. You ain't gonna keep taking my kindness for weakness. And we have Simone. She's over here hugging Jackie because Jackie's upset. Jackie don't want to be there. Jackie's just like, she's so annoyed. She ain't happy with the situation. Heavenly looks annoyed too as well, because Jackie's annoyed. And Toya is okay with the situation. So is Simone. I was like, what's going on with this situation? And then Buffy comes out. She's showing the things. Toya, they're showing their butts. They're showing their thighs. They're showing their hips. And, there was no cellulite on their body, on their thighs. They were doing the damn thing. And the ladies are looking at them like, you doing way too much. But ain't no husbands around. And they're not at no NBA game. So it is what it is. I was like, okay, do your thing. And that's when Buffy got, Buffy was throwing shade at Jackie, basically said, if you looking at me, you don't like what you see, or whatever the case may be, because, they try to act like, the ladies looked terrible, but she was like, I got all this to make my husband like it. That's why he ain't out here in the street running around chasing somebody else. He's satisfied with what I got. And to me, I think that was a shot at Jackie. It sure was. He got something to he has something to grab a hold of. He don't need to be grabbing nothing out there in the street. I was like, Buffy, you being shady. Girl, you being shady. And you are. Toya's over here having a good time, getting massaged down, up and down. She's having orgasms over there. She's screaming. She's moaning. Dr. Jackie was like, I feel sorry for Eugene, because how can he satisfy her? Because she needs 4 people to satisfy her and get her into that mood. So what are you doing over there, Eugene? I was like, well, he must be doing something. Them checks don't write themselves. I was like, they are too funny. And Toya was over there talking about, ain't nothing like being choked and stroked. I was like, Toya, you saying this on national TV? Like, yes. Simone looked shocked, and Heavily knew exactly what she was talking about. Choked and stroked. She was like, ooh, so you know what she talking about? I was like, Dr. Heavenly, this was the realest moment with Dr. Heavenly because she had some memories. She went back down memory lane, and I don't think it was with Dr. Damon. Maybe it was. But like she could relate. That's the first time I really seen her relate to Toya like that. I mean, she related on a whole nother level. She related on regular, degular status, regular of getting some good loving. It was like Heavenly was too funny with the situation. And so you know, Lake is explaining why she's there, and Aiden wanted her there, and all this other stuff. She always take care of her sister. Mariah didn't even do no exercise. She didn't eat. I think she had a drink, and she didn't even go out there and get massaged on, rubbed on. She didn't have nobody come in and rub on her or nothing. She just sat there. You know, that was just, to me, that was just a ploy to make sure Lake was there too as well, because she didn't even have to attend, but she wanted to show her support, and she came through because she ain't gonna miss being filmed. And they all came. I was like, okay, so that's what I do like, that they're all supporting each other's events and coming most of the time, especially this season. They did it a lot. So you know, they're explaining the situation while she's there. And Simone was like, you know, Mariah don't trust us, you know, with Contessa. And Mariah was like, no, my husband. And then we got the goats come. The goats came through, and nobody was feeling the goats, point blank, period. You know, but Jackie definitely wasn't feeling the goats. Mariah, Lake was not even messing around with the goats. It wasn't going to be. They saw them goats, and they was like out the door. You have Simone basically said, come on outside so you get with the goats. And she was like, no, the goats like Contessa more. Contessa got some friends out there that are goats. I don't know if she's trying to call her a goat, or she said she don't get none. But why are you making fun of Contessa? What did Contessa do to you, Toya? Toya, why are you doing all that to Contessa? And we have Buffy being shady too as well. Basically, she's being shady, talking about, oh, Miss Fit Jackie, fitness and fit this, fit that, fit day. But yeah, you scared to do yoga. You don't want to do no yoga with no goats. Dr. Jackie was like, hell no, I ain't doing no yoga with no goats. I don't know, I might try, but I was like, Buffy, we've been seeing this on like consistently for the past 2 years of reality TV stars doing goat yoga. But it's all good if you into it. It's all good if this is what you do, but I'm just saying. And Dr. Heavenly was shady too to Buffy, basically saying when Buffy didn't want to ride on the, you know, Benz, you know, ride in the bus, you know, the bus Benz, the bus van, the Benz SUV. She was like, I won't be riding with you, but I'll meet you there or whatever. And Dr. Heavenly was like, so original. Dr. Heavenly does not want to be bothered with Buffy at all. And then the goat jumps right on top of Heavenly. Oh, and Dr. Jackie was like, oh yes, jump on top of Dr. Jackie. I was like, that is so shady. And then Mariah goes in confessional, a goat knows an ass. I was like, oh, so Mariah is calling Heavenly an ass. I was like, oh no. And then we have the goat that's eating Contessa's hair, and that is when you know, the shade becomes real. That is when the shade becomes real, because then you have Toya out here being funny with the situation. Toya out here saying, Contessa, didn't I tell you need to switch over to some human units? The goat understand that you got hay in your hair. I was like, that is so shady. I was like, you are so shady. She was so shady for that shit. I've been trying to tell her to get some good units. I don't know why she's wearing that hay in her hair. I was like, why are you doing all that? And then we move on to Heavenly, and basically Heavenly was like, let's address the elephant in the room. You know, Lake is here. You know, the rumors about Lake. And she was like, what's going on with this situation? Because Heavenly was like, if somebody slept with my husband, I'm going to jump in and get that get back, because we ain't going to sit here and just look at each other and be friends. So basically, you know, Heavenly, if there was a woman in the room that slept with Heavenly's husband, there was no way it would never be this cordial. And so, you know, Lake, she responds, and she was just like, listen, me and Quad have a relationship that nobody else understands or knows, so therefore we have something deeper, so mind your business, really, and we'll work it out when we can work it out, in so many different words. And you know, Quad is just sitting there like, whatever. Quad looks like she's ready to jump over there and attack who's ever ready to come for her. She's ready for it, and it seems like Dr. Heavenly's ready for forward to as well. And then Toya asked the question. Toya asked the question, so Lake, what can, a quad do for you to make things better? You can come to an understanding. And Quad is like, what? Quad was like, come on. Like, why are these ladies so quiet? Why are they so civil with me? Why they ain't saying nothing? Because I didn't do nothing. Because I didn't do nothing. That's what it is. And then Toya's also being shady and saying, Quad, why are you bothered? You shouldn't be bothered if you didn't sleep with him. I was like, because it's a rumor. Just like Mariah is bothered with the rumor. But Quad got a good point. Because if I slept with your husband, why are we so cordial? Why could we sit in the same room? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Like, you're supposed to be angry or upset. You guys are just nonchalant. Yeah, because like you said, Mariah has a plan, and she came through just to make you feel uncomfortable, and they didn't come there to fight. But if you guys were going to fight, you was going to fight, but they didn't come there to fight. They ain't trying to lose their jobs either. They ain't trying to go to jail whatsoever. But basically, they try to bring shame to you, Cord. Oh, Lord, that you slept with somebody's husband. I was just like, way too much. And Toya, you doing way too much. And then Contessa jumps in and she says something. Contessa was like, well, neither one of them are going to admit this, admit that, just come to an even ground, because you're going to not agree on anything. You're not going to agree point blank, period. So therefore no one's going to own up to this, so just let it walk away. And Contessa was just like stating her opinion. Everybody else heavily talked, Toya talked, and but I guess Contessa should have followed the flow of the rest of the senior cast members, that have been there for a long time, like Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie. They didn't say anything. They were quiet when it came to the situation. Even Buffy was quiet. And so then that's when Mariah jumped in and she was like, why are you saying something? Why are you talking? Like, mind your business. Like, you have nothing to do with this. It's not your situation. It's not your issue, girl. Let it be. Like, Mariah got her face turned up. Like, she just too through with her. She can't stand her. She's like, oh, when you just so mad at somebody just get under your skin, they get on your nerve, you just make that face. And that's what Mariah was doing. But that's that, oh, I can't stand your face, you make me so sick face. And so Contessa was like, what, you over there having a seizure? What you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't, Contessa's like, I can't speak, I can't say nothing. Contessa's been going through some shit, baby. But I guess Contessa should have minded her business, but she's on the show too as well. So if everybody else is in a circle talking, she wanted to talk to everybody else's, Toya, Lake, Mariah, and Quad, and Dr. Heavenly, they talking, but the rest of the ladies was quiet. And I was like, damn, but Contessa has been jumping in and out of people's business or whatever, but she's part of the show, and Contessa always speaks her mind. Ever since we seen Contessa on the show, she never is going to stay quiet or be quiet. Because she was introduced to us, she was going after Mariah and everybody else that was attacking Quad, or it was vice versa. It could have been vice versa, who knows. Well, we know, but so I was just like, damn, what's going on with that situation? And I was like, they ain't showing Contessa no love. It also seems like nobody ever jumps in when Contessa is in a confrontation. It doesn't seem like anybody like got her back or whatever. Like, nobody goes to go to bat for her, but she's always going to bat for people that don't go to bat for her. And I just noticed that. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it just seems like, they use Contessa's when she's beneficial to their group. And then, they act like they don't know her. Like, but Mariah, nobody wanted to say nothing. Nobody wanted no drama to pop off. It looks like that situation was tight. But, I was like, yo, Quad was like, okay, Quad was ready for it. And so was Lake. And Mariah was I don't know what Mariah was going to do. She was going to just jump over and use her hands or whatever. But luckily nothing went down. And I don't think it was going to be Mariah or Lake's intentions of getting into any altercation with Quad, because they probably knew from Jump Street that Quad ain't going to even say nothing because she ain't addressing it, because Quad has been trying to just avoid the situation about Lake, avoid the situation about the cocaine use, only mention it when she has to, or talk about it when she has to. But other than that, she doesn't try to mention it. So it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think, baby.